It's Anthony Coach, a guitarist on YouTube. Shred, learning to shred. It is pain. Shred is pain. Just like any athlete or bodybuilder or whatever, any discipline that requires effort, it is tough. The amount of hours that you have to put in, the amount of time, knowing what to do, what is worthwhile to spend time doing can be tough. So in this video, I'm just going to give you a few things that I wish I knew way back then when I was starting to learn this stuff. And you can learn through my mistakes, make better use of your time. It's not really going to bring the practice time down. That's thousands and thousands of hours. What it is going to do though is it's going to make sure that you spend those thousands and thousands of hours not making the same mistakes that I did. The first thing is, I used to think that I had to practice a lot of little things and I was too scared to just focus on one technique, one little thing, something, and I mean really, really simple, tiny things, very specific things like just practicing 3 notes over and over like that, or something like that. I used to think that was a waste of time because I listened to all my favourite players and I knew that there were thousands of other techniques and amazing runs and scale weird trick things that I had to master, and it felt like, well, I can't just do one because that is a waste of time. What I found was I was spreading myself way too thin. So that's my first one. Don't spread yourself too thin, because in doing that and just taking these licks and thinking, right, there's sweep picking, there's legato, there's alternate picking, there's economy picking, there's tapping, you're just going to spread yourself too thin. Let's be realistic. How much time do you have in a day to practice? Is it an hour? Is it less? Is it 10 minutes? Don't know, but if you spend that time equally distributed along loads of different things, loads of different techniques, in your head you're going to be thinking, right, I've got the plates spinning on loads of different things. That's really, really good. I'm going to progress now. You are doing that, but much slower. And also, think about those little specific things. They are transferable to the other stuff. So if I practice that and get really confident with it, or super fast with it, that is then transferable. It makes it easier to then switch that to a bit like how legato is transferable to tapping. Have that discipline. It's all going to come later on, but you have to just focus, be more streamlined. Okay, the second one, a little bit, you're not going to like this one, it's not cool, it's not sexy, it's not going to impress your friends. It's a little bit of theory goes a long way. Yes, it's the th word. I said it. Theory makes guitarists run miles, especially rock guitarists. Classical guitarists, you're okay. You're okay. You like the theory, but the rock guitarists, I think you like it, but I think because you know how much there is to do and how much there is to learn about music theory, you think, where do I start? Okay, I'll leave that. I'll practice this solo by my favourite soloist. And theory I'll do later. But later never comes. But when I did start injecting a little bit of music theory into my practice, I found that just doing a little bit started making other bigger concepts click. Things like modes and chord progressions and diatonic chords in each key, stuff like that. Spend a bit of time getting a bit of music theory that you understand completely, that you can understand it and also understand it to the point where you could teach it. Imagine there's a little kid who wants to know that little snippet of music theory. Could you explain it to that little kid in a really clear way where you could answer questions about it? Just that one little specific thing. Then the next practice session, move on to the next, but just chip away at it in little tiny bits. It was a massive mistake that I made, and I had to play catch up way later on. It all applies to the shred stuff, doesn't it? There's no point learning to shred if you don't know when to do it. Okay, the third one. This one was definitely a bitter pill to swallow, but it was a massive, massive mistake that I made. And now, age 35, I'm still all the worse off for it. So if there's any of these that you are going to listen to, please make it this one. Shred makes up such a small amount of your song. Even if you're going for shred instrumentals, but mainly I'm here talking about rock songs. If you're going to join a metal band or rock band, the shred makes up such a small part of it. No one will even care about the guitar solo. They won't even reach that part of the song because they were so bored by the first 2.5 minutes. What I'm trying to say here is you have to practice songwriting as well. And I don't mean lyrics and choruses and verses and things like that. Structure. Melodic structure. Not just structure as in A, B, blah, 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 blah. But listening to what you're playing. Is it something that someone could sing back? Is it good? Is it? You've got to, right from the get-go, you have to be practicing writing stuff that people want to listen to. And because I didn't do that for a long time and I just did the tricks, I'm now playing catch-up. I don't want you to fall into the same trap. So you've got to think about that. Write music. Don't just practice shred, practice music. Anyway, there you go. That was my thoughts on mistakes that I made. Please don't make the same. And also, it'd be really good in the comments below if other people added the mistakes that they made also. So then you can scroll through the comments and you get a really good guide of what not to do. Come to my channel. Come to my guitar tutorial channel where I'll teach you what not to do. Anyway, I've lost my plectrum now, so I'm going to finger pick out of my comfort zone while the things pop up on the sides of the screen. If you haven't already, then please subscribe. You get loads of free guitar stuff. I've been Anthony Couch. I'm going to finger pick something in D major. Thanks. See you in the next video.